Ladies and gentlemen, I am the War Boss Squee. It has been a couple of weeks since I've had the opportunity to record, mostly due to the fact that I nearly died. I was in the ICU for about a week, and now I'm back. I'm on some home rest before I go back to work, and, well, I wanted to play some Pillars. Now, one of the things that this entire experience has taught me is how important taking my medicine is. So, I've also gotten medicine for all my characters. I got Potion Major Endurance, Major Regeneration, and Power.
Hey.
Same thing here with Major Regeneration, a couple minor ones. He's got some Spell Scrolls. He's got some Spell Scrolls and another Summon and a Potion.
Following your lead.
I got some potions here.
Ready, Watcher.
And some potions over here. So, not going to be using them all the time, but it is good to have them when we need them. Now, since we completed the Temple of Wide one, I think it is. The temple of that really evil bitch who likes to kill people. We now know how to get into this area here, and we can complete the Heritage Hill section. So let us do that. And the massive stone door to the tower is sealed, and there doesn't appear anywhere of opening it. Speak the words you learned from the Leaden Key Acolyte. It rumbles and clanks from hidden tumblers as the door unlocks. Speak, friend, and enter. So,
Steady does it.
let's see what we have in here. Yeah. It's like two of them.
Let's go.
That's a lot more, two of them. Alright, so. Gonna get our Frenzy on here. Let's see, which one is... Just knock that guy down. Where are you? Why is Darren's already a little bit low? I don't know. Let's move up a bit. Okay. Got a barbaric blow there. There's a spellcaster over there. I need people to kill it for me. The melee guys do their melee thing. You kill this guy.
That's it. Dead on.
Look.
Oh, that last guy was kind of tough. Imagine my surprise. Alright. What we got here? We've got a crumpled page from Aldhem's journal and Trigdon. Let's read the letter first. Your mother and father, you'll be pleased to hear that I've learned much already since coming to the city. There are many incredible ruins nearby, and Master Greg has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. I'm writing to you from inside an ancient Igwithan tower. There's an entire district built up around it, but the locals mostly left the tower untouched. Yeah, let's just set up temporary living quarters here so our work can continue uninterrupted. It's an unsettling place at times, but Master Greg has been a constant comfort. He's quick to remind me that the things we learned from this tower may one day help us find a cure for Wadham's legacy. Better get an early rest now. Mr. Greg likes to get an early start to the day. Okay, and we can study, and we're still none the wiser about this device. Trigdon remains optimistic. I don't know what I do without his spirit. Alright.
Steady does it.
Essence shimmers and pulsates on the strange device.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
These guys aren't too much trouble.
Dead on.
Oh, and Aloth has level 4 spells now. So I leveled him up. Look at giddies. We got some right there. We got some leather armor, some vellum, and some silver coin. No one's used this bed in weeks. No surprise there. I wonder if I can go. Is there anything down this way I can go around? Take a look at? Or do I have to circumnavigate? No? Well.
Brave thou Seelock believe.
Let's go.
There we go.
Dead on.
Let's go.
No, that works. You know, I might be a little over level for this. No, probably not. I think it scales. Ooh, some more potions. Alan's journey. We are measurements of the machinery thanks to Trigger's useful agility. And it is required to discover its intended use. Alright, looks like that's everything. Let's go. Oh. I say that. Now we find some gold. Let's go up to the next level. Now, this is not going to be a very long episode. I just don't have the energy for it. Just going through and walking through the store trying to get what I needed was
Let's go.
deadly for me almost.
Would you look at that?
Dead on.
That's not very Let's
Alright, let's see. I think we might start dropping some of these magic spells we got. Oh yeah, and I have Sunbeam too from this armor. I have to remember that. Now. Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Dead on.
There we go.
Sure.
And we've got some new scrolls. That's nice. The pulling, pounding energy in the machinery feels even stronger up here. Yeah, I'd say so. There's quite the library in here. Oh yeah. Figured there's gonna be at least a few more of these guys.
Look.
Yeah, they're not too much trouble. Alright, we got a scroll of paralysis. That's really good. Let's see. Patrons grow impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansions, especially if you're not here. They think it's so easy. We are just finding all the good stuff right now. Scroll of Fireball. Finally got out of the tower to clear our heads. Beast take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, on our own time. So I said that as much as triggering the light. This guy can't even have straight lightning. I say it's a good omen, but the poor lad's spooked. Only care if that's a good night's sleep. A lot of copper there. And some more gold. Alright, well, let's check the next floor. Alright, so I didn't time that properly. I'll I could always fix it in post, but I'm not. I'm not going to. Hey, Alden.
Let's try this configuration. Still nothing. Confounded device.
A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He's barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. So intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls upon him. When he turns, sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the Adder pedestal. Only his bared teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
Tell me what happened here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Forgive me. Forgive me. Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
About a copper skate for every fool animancer who searched for knowledge led to a disaster. Well, I would end up in Gidlet Vale, that's for sure. Keep talking, Eldham.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start?
Exciting as the prospect for living machinery may be, I suspect that given mention of a machine and a mass figure both, there is another explanation.
Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
Slow down. What does the machine have to do with souls?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick. Yes. Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine. It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglongfoth? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
How can I help?
Not your help I need. It's Herodin, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
Wait, runes. The Gwithan runes? She can read them? He speaks to his feet so blandly. Let's talk instead of this Herodin squee. I'd pick her thoughts a time. She wasn't here the night the machine came on, staying with her patron somewhere near, too good to be burdened with our ignorant company. There's a stranger in the tower the night this
I
happened.
didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. He laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
You don't like the goals in the street.
Not yet. but I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply. I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster. You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
I'll go get words from Ichthus.
Acantha.
Acantha.
She was here. In the district. Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you'll bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
Well, except Durance. I don't remember that last time I did this. Standing near the device feels like being blown about by a storm gale. The stone here hums with energy. And if you look at the background here, yeah, we are super high up. Now, do I have to go step by step, or can I just go down to the tower? Okay, go proceed to the bottom. Awesome. Alright, well, it doesn't put me outside, but it still puts me at the bottom of the tower, so I guess that's an improvement. Let's go talk to the lady. Alright. So he also wants some food to keep him comfortable. I don't think I'm in a position to do that. Nor do I think I'm in a position to want to do that. Also, I've killed everything here. Set everything free, so... Whatever he might be interested in eating is probably no longer on the menu. So, we'll have to forgo that particular option. Well, maybe not. I think about it. Now her food's gone. Okay. Let's say maybe if her food was still here, I could take one of them over. Think she's gonna be mad that I set her food free?
You return. What if you come seeking this time?
I need the words to operate the Gwithan machine in the tower.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is. He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
Well, why don't you humble Aldhelm now by demonstrating the value of your research? My science demonstrates it more succinctly. Your words fan the strange coals that center her soul. Tell me the tower's name. Naunith? It is called Naunith. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place, but the others I've seen, machines scattered the Dyrwood or relays built to move souls. Why would the Gwithans have wanted to tether souls like this?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Engwithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
And how do you operate the machine atop Naunith?
Back to these tinkers' concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
Harvest them for essence.
And so give their existence purpose. But what kind, I wonder?
I could help you, but I won't. Here I have specimens of plenty of time to deserve them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. What? What good is observing all this if you're going to hoard it for yourself? Tell her, Squee. An entire language at your fingertips, and she hides it away. Extinguish Incantha's pride. The vampire doesn't seem to notice you wrap your mind around the squalling, burning mass. However, it sears your very bones. You jump back, crying out in pain. I won't abandon this opportunity. These souls will remain here with me, and I'll accomplish more than any master in the history of the field. You can't leave these souls imprisoned. And who will stop me? Only I understand the control words for Tiamat, so yes, I can. Hoarding knowledge is pointless. Nothing is more important. We gather and study it through it. It transcends the thousands of acceptable lives that brought it to us, and who will know about it? The pride thing flickers as the flames around it abate. All I've learned, years of studying the Gwithan language, no one understands all better than me. That counts for something. Knowledge is meaningless unless it's shared. A foolish and false sentiment. Knowledge is meaning. It needs no external purpose. But what use is it? Uses. Why must something be so pure as to be fashioned into a blunt instrument? The opportunities here are finite. One day the knowledge will die with you. You're wrong. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. It will give me something. We're done. Still too hot to grasp. Maybe not be much, but it's still something. You can't take that away from me. Tell me what you know, and I'll make sure it grows and your legacy lives on. Your words finally quench your pride, and the dark remains a blackened diamond-hard rock. You cast it away where it melts into the darkness.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours.
No idea what the hell just happened. These are the words you need. Her cold, dry fingertips rest your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they're no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They're commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life long since buried. You can see a vast array of runes, far more than Icantha has shown you, and you know their sound and meaning and how they fit together. Language with its once more at your command.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge, then, and do what you will with Ter Nulith. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
Speaker of dead tongues now, and he passes 100 frustrated scholars in a matter of mere moments. Don't suppose you could look through a few books for me. You said the other towers around the Deerwood were constructed to move souls. Why would the Gwithans have wanted to do that? Another mystery. Hypothetically, anything they wished. The real question is why, as always, is why. To intermix in the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields, to collect like butterflies in a glass, to melt them down for raw essence. Unfortunately, I don't know. What do I do with the tower now that I know these
Turn
words?
it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
Why don't we get all the animats together in one place? Perhaps we could destroy their souls as well. Alright, that's enough. Let's go back to the tower. Alright, so here we are at the back of the top of the tower. Just a magnificent artifact. Let's see here. Aladdin looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely, and sores have eaten away patches of skin to his joints. See with a strange glimmer in his eyes.
Flesh.
He doubles over, coughing up strings of black bile. Seems to have forgotten about you for the moment. Alright. A jagged Adra pillar rises in front of you. Cased in stonework and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with runes, but which you now understand. You recognize the words for end and for hold. The dial is currently fixed on hold. You also recognize the inscription, which means that the manner in which you can turn the dial is a means of throttling the device. Choose end. As the commander leaves your lips, the dial sinks in the Adro under your hand. Something like a thunderclap happens overhead. The glow fades in the machine as it falls dormant. There.
Still and silent. It's finally over. Still and silent. It's finally over.
So my question now is, what do I do? I guess that's it. Yes, deal with the machine. Let's see, souls. Turn the machine to top. The souls inherited shall can return to the cycle. So yeah, I guess that's it. Head back downstairs, I guess. Well. Here we go. Beg your pardon, I have a message for you. You are summoned to Hadrit House where Lady Webb wishes to meet with you as soon as possible. They say she's an ancient spider spinning her nets throughout the city. She wishes to see you. That either bodes very well or very ill. And you know where to find me. Well, it's Lady Webb. She knows everything. Tell me about her. Do you not know Lady Webb? Well, no one's seen her exactly in a long time, but she's the mistress of Denrin Row. Has been for as long as anyone can remember. She's supposed to be old, older than anyone, and she never leaves her room. Some say she's wasted away, she's a pile of bones kept animated by dark magics. She's still at it, best anyone can tell, learning things, keeping us safe, pulling the strings behind the throne, too, it said. As a ring of ciphers doing her bidding, telling her everything that goes on. You do wrong in this country. Before you go asking the gods for forgiveness, best you ask Lady Webb first. Very well. And that is where we are going to leave it. Because I'm tired. And I don't have a lot of energy. Like I said, I nearly died. It's been a week or two. Honestly, I spent a week in ICU, so hopefully we have brought some completion to that, and we can move on to other aspects later. We still have Travel to Deerford. That's the asylum. Now we have the Hermit Heritage House. We also got these little quests here. And we're going to do some of these. So, next time, we will do those. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I've been the War Boss Squee. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know that I did. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.